National 5 chemists, let's go through some of the main experiments that are sometimes useful when it comes to your chemistry exam. So these are some diagrams that you might see in your exam, you might be asked to complete them in your exam, or you might get an open-ended question that is related to them. So it's a good idea to have a good idea of what these experiments look like. First one is monitoring the rate of a reaction. Most of the reactions you'll see in National 5 will produce a gas, so you would usually want to collect the gas produced so you can record the volume. Rather than collecting the gas, you could have it on a balance and measure the mass lost as well, so just remember that one. Then we've got properties of bonding, conductivity experiments, so you put your substance in a circuit. If your bulb lights up, it means your substance conducts electricity. If the bulb doesn't light up, it means it doesn't conduct. If you were doing this with a liquid substance, you would just have 2 electrodes in a beaker instead. So I would maybe draw the beaker down here with the 2 electrodes going into it, and then just put your bulb on this side instead. Then we've got titrations. So this is usual titration setup. You've got your burette with your standard solution in it, and then you've got a conical flask with your sample plus an indicator, and underneath you would normally put a white tile to help you see the colour change more clearly. Then we've got the energy from fuels experiments. This is where you have your spirit burner and your copper can with your draft shield to prevent heat loss to the surroundings, and then your thermometer, which should be in the middle of the body of water and not touching the can, because that would give a high false reading. The copper can is used instead of a glass beaker because copper is a good conductor of heat, so more heat will come from the flame into the water. And then lastly, we've got the metals. So you would have 2 metals paired up in this cell. You would use an electrolyte solution, which is an ionic solution that allows for conductivity or completes the circuit. And normally this experiment is measuring the voltage between the 2 metals. To make this a fair experiment, you would normally keep one metal the same and just change the other metal. You should also make sure that the size or the surface area of the electrodes is the same as well, and that they are in the solution to the same depth. I know my diagram doesn't really show that, let me fix it. That's better. So that's the main experiments that come up there. Hopefully that helps. Not long to go now.